Second, coming through with a 4.23, Miguel Tadeno from Peru. In second place, winning that heat, Michael Dunphy from the United States. Unfortunately, not through to the next round in blue. Shane Besham with a volume attempt on that last wave, but wave didn't really cooperate, closing out for him. And in fourth place, not advancing as well, Corey Arambidi from the United States. So we're into the last heat of the day, heat number 4 of the round of 16. That's the last heat of this round. We're all setting ourselves up for a great day of surfing, and the final day tomorrow we'll go into the quarterfinals, which will be man on man, right into the semifinals, and then into the final. So in this heat, heat number 4, we'll be watching in red Leigh Sedley from Australia, Taylor Clark from the United States. In white, in yellow, Hank Gaskell from Hawaii, and in blue from Costa Rica, Carlos Muñoz.
What a great heat. What a great heat it's going to be.
They're all great. It's going to come down to wave selection, and that's going to be the savvy cat out in the water. We'll see who that is. The waves are getting pretty difficult now with the onshore conditions, and the size the waves swell starting to pick up. I think it's peaking this afternoon, and we were lucky to get this event in before it just gets a little too big. Tomorrow should drop back down and have nice glassy conditions for the final. So stay tuned with us in this heat, and be ready to come back tomorrow for the final day of surfing here at Quicksilver Surf Open Acapulco 2012.
That's right, and we're at the last heat of this day. We just started, 23 minutes remaining. Nobody has gotten. Oh yeah, yellow got, Hank Gaskell got 3.50. He's in first place, but still a lot to come. It has been a great day. We've seen a lot of good surf, good waves this morning, and hopefully tomorrow we get really good waves too. Yeah. We can see the view of the beach.
Look at those closeout waves coming. You got to be there. Actually is an open shoulder. They're actually a pretty good right starting to come in. All our surfers are in position out there, and we're waiting for heat winner from the last heat, Michael Dunphy. He's in red. Arlene's waiting for him to come out and give you a first-hand interview. Right now he's being interviewed by Bobby from the ASP, and sent some feedback back to the people back home. And we are in the last heat of the day, heat 4, last heat of this round, the round of 16. We're going to be going man on man tomorrow, so this is the last 4-man heat of this contest. And quickly now, we just had a ride from blue, Carlos Muñoz from Costa Rica.
And there we have our beautiful Arlene at the beach.
And she's here with Michael Dunphy. So take it away, Arlene.
I am here with Mike from USA. How do you feel? Yeah, it was hard.
Closeouts, but luckily I was able to get a couple that didn't close out too fast. So.
Are you worried about the man-to-man?
I'm not worried. I'm excited. That's a lot better. No hassling, and just comes down to surfing. So excited. Definitely.
You're excited. How do you feel here in Acapulco with all the people, the event? How is it?
It's fun. It's a good vibe. There's a lot of people. It's kind of like a Mexican US Open or something like that. It's fun. Never been here before, but I'm liking it. Yeah. So.
In Mexico, and you've never been in Puerto Escondido or other places?
I've been to Mexico a lot. Like been down to the Porto area, Salina Cruz, Zihuatanejo, but I've never been to Acapulco. So.
Well, that's great. Thank you very much, and congratulations. We'll see him in the next heat. Let's go back to Gary Linden and Christian Corso.
Thank you, Arlene. Thank you, Michael Dunphy. Really great competitor. I'm Gary Linden. I'm joined here in the booth with Christian Corso. Thanks for doing such a great job and keeping me company up here. It's lonely if you're talking just to yourself, and you've just been sharing a lot of the action in Spanish and doing a great job in English. I wish my Spanish was as good as your English, but I guess you grew up with it. So
my pleasure to be here with Mr. 11. narrating this great event. We're at the last heat of the day, and it's a really good heat. We have Hank Gaskell in yellow, Carlos Muñoz in blue, Taylor Clark in white, and the Australian
Leigh Sedley.
Leigh Sedley, exactly. So
action a little slow. The waves are really big, onshore winds, and a lot of closeouts. These guys are going to have to be selective. We saw some great surfing in the last heat, and really well contested, but Michael Dunphy took the heat in the last wave, the last exchange. Really exciting. Miguel Tudela from Peru, the young up-and-coming surfer, pulled off what he needed and moved on to the next round, the man-on-man round, which was starting tomorrow, the quarterfinals. And you know, that's where all the excitement begins. And as Michael said in his interview, that's where surfing really starts, the true surfing, because you're not hassling. There's not 4 people in the water. You get your wave selection. There's a priority situation. The guy on the outside has priority. Out in the water now, we're watching yellow, and yellow, that is Hank Gaskell. Got to be one of the favorites in this heat. He's fresh from the win last contest in El Salvador, where that right-hand point break, and now he's showing he's well talented.
Blue and white in the, oh, nice wave of white. And blue.
Carlos Muñoz, and there's a little bit of a view of the hillside over there with some beautiful houses. I'd love to live in one of those houses, but you know, I'm kind of a gypsy. I like to be in one house for a couple weeks, but you know, then I'd like to go out to see something else. And real fortunate here to be able to see. There he is, and that's one of the competitors' last heat. I like to see a lot of the world. You know, it's a beautiful place to see. Of course, Acapulco is one of the most beautiful places I've ever been in my entire life. Put it on your bucket list. You owe it to yourself to come experience Acapulco.
Yes, exactly. Especially the bays are really beautiful. You can go, and there's so many things to do, not just surfing, so many things to see. I've always been wanting to go see those diver guys that jump off the rocks. I've never been able to, but I've always wanted to.
Oh man, I in the 50s when I grew up, that was a big thing. Out in the water, watching Red just throw his board straight through. The lip, that is Leigh Sedley from Australia, and he's got a good wave that he's finishing off right now. The whitewater section going to take him into the inside. Not quite enough to do anything, but you know, that was a good wave for Leigh Sedley. And it's early still. We're down to 16 minutes 47 seconds. In first place, Hank Gaskell with a 3.50 and a 3.03. Blue, Carlos Muñoz with a 0.50 and a 2.57, now down to third as Leigh Sedley come through with a 2.97 and a 0.50, taking second place. So Blue now needs a 0.91, and Taylor Clark from the United States in white still needs to catch his first wave. Second wave. He's got a 2.67. He needs a 0.81. But yeah, I was saying that I'd always wanted to see, since the 50s, wanted to go and see the cliff divers, because at that time it was one of the most exciting things that was in the whole world. I mean, Hollywood was all down there, and in Acapulco, all the famous people, and that was the highlight of their trip. And I finally got to go 50 years later on Thursday, and it did not let me down. It was one of the most fantastic things I've ever seen. Those guys are diving from 35 meters up, or 110 feet high, and they've got to wait for the water to fill in. And it's not a straight down dive. They got to dive out because the cliff kind of runs into the water. So those guys are absolutely some of the best athletes in the entire world, and you got to go over there, Christian. And not this trip. Make a special trip to come back and see it.
Yeah, I really want to go, and I've heard they also jump at night with torches. So
yeah, I think jumping at night with torches would be maybe more spectacular, but it's really good to just watch the athleticism in the day where you can see all of it. You know, it's kind of more You want to see both. I can't say. I like seeing it in the day. I went right at sundown. They have about 5 performances during the day. I went at the 7:30 when the sky's nice and pink and orange. Sundown was a beautiful way to finish a fantastic day.
Yeah, I can't imagine how sketchy it is up there. And in the water, blue in the wave, nice. Roundhouse callback, Carlos Muñoz, another one from Costa Rica. The wave kind of died out, but this kid really knows how to surf, really has that power.
Buddy Carlitos, also he is such a surprising, explosive surfer. You know, that's you could never tell what he's going to be doing. Well, we got our screen back, so we can give you some scores. Yeah, that last wave of Carlos Muñoz, a 2.63. That's going to move him into second place.
And we have White up and riding backside.
And that was Taylor Clark for the United States on wave number 2. Needs a 2.53 to move into second place. Situation out in the water, Hank Gaskell in yellow in Hawaii holding on to the lead. Second place blue, Carlos Muñoz needing a 3.90 to take over the lead. Taylor Clark last wave got a 1.91, moves into third place. Now he needs a 2.53. And Leigh Sedley in red from Australia in fourth place, needing a 2.23. This is the last heat of this round, heat 4. Round of 16 is going to be the last heat of the day. We're going to be moving right into the man-on-man quarterfinals starting at 8 o'clock tomorrow. So still plenty of action. And there is some of the spectators watching the surfing here in Playa Princess, Acapulco.
That's right, and we're having blue in the water. Carly Muñoz in a nice wave. Oh, nice cut. Oh, another one. Just throwing those buckets of
and I'm
water.
going to give him, he made it. That's a great wave. He only needed a 3.90, and that's what the judges were looking for, just linking those maneuvers together and just not hesitating at all, just every opportunity to hit the lip. He bashed it. So, you know, I'm going to look for him to move into first place with that wave.
I think so. I really like his surfing, you know, power surfing, just throwing a lot of water, connecting those maneuvers quite well, and let's see what judges think. So 12 minutes remaining, and I think the judges like it.
Yeah, that's going to come in as the best wave of the heat. A 5.93, so Carlos Muñoz into first place, down to second. Hugh Gaskell, he now needs a 5.07, so situation pretty difficult now. Third place, Taylor Clark needing a 3.87 to move into second, and Leigh Sedley needs a 3.56. Of course, Leigh Sedley's could throw away a 0.50, so he's really only got one wave. We've got 11 minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Heat far from over. The situation has been switching around all day. Right there in the last few minutes of the heat. Last heat, Miguel Tadela turned the heat around in the last wave. So, you know, still up for grabs, but that was a great wave for Carlos Muñoz, and it's going to be difficult to match, I think. As you can see the panorama there, a lot of white water, so you can see how difficult it is to find some open section out there. Swell picking up, you've got a long period swell, means that the waves will come from a long distance, and they're not just the wind waves, but they're a little bit more peaky in a beach break situation. So a little bit more difficult with the onshore winds here, but Carlos Muñoz staying patient, sussing out the right spot, and coming through with a big score there. Great performance, Carlos Muñoz on his last ride.
Yeah, good surfing of Carlos Muñoz, and we can see the beach, how it's filling up. There's a lot of people coming to see this nice event, and we still have more to go. A lot of activities today: surf lessons, skate lessons, Hawaiian dance lessons, yoga lessons. We have the yellow, nice wave. Yellow only needing a 5.07, so.
that's a Hank Gaskell from Hawaii. You know, he's got to be one of the favorites in this event. He's been winning heat after heat as he moves on through, and he's in second place, so he's still in advancing position. That he needs a 5.07 to go into first place. I think he's going to be a little bit shy on that ride. But, you know, judge has been extremely consistent, and I'm going to let them make the decision. I'm just trying to give you my opinion for what it's worth. But there you can see the beach tents. Most of the time these beaches lined with tents, but right in front of our competition area, the hotel has given us access, and we're really stoked with all the cooperation we've got from everybody here, really welcoming us with open arms to the Quicksilver Surf Open Acapulco, and we are in our second to last day. I'd like to welcome everybody here to the beach. We got a lot of media here covering this event. So a 4.57 from Hank Gaskell on that last wave, a good score, but it's not enough to take over the lead from Carlos Muñoz. Hank Gaskell needing a 4.0 to gain the lead, and then Taylor Clark in the last wave, a 3.03, so he needs a 5.04 to move into second, while in red, Leigh Sedley needing now a 5.10 to go into second place. We're down to 8 minutes, 16 seconds. Clock winding down, up and riding on the outside. There's Leigh Sedley in red, our surfer from Australia, getting 2 maneuvers in before that wave closed out, not quite finishing off the second maneuver, so it's not going to be a 5 that he needs. But there's still time to regroup, paddle back outside, get into position, and make things happen.
Yes, and when less than 8 minutes remaining on this heat, situation in the water, first is Carlos Muñoz in blue with a 5.93 and a 2.63. In second is yellow, Hank Gaskell with a 4.57 and a 3.50. White is in third with a 3.03 and a 2.67, only needing a 5.04 to go to the second place. And red is in fourth with a 2.97 and a 2.73. And here we have red backside, nice cut, goes again, generating some speed, hits it one more. Pretty good wave.
That's the kind of moves we were looking for. Judges want to see that electric, explosive, vertical surfing that he just put on. The wave wasn't real great wave, but he needs a 5.10. He can throw away a 2.73, so he's going to discard that 2.73. It might not be enough to take him into second place, but certainly it's going to put him into third. So now he's got a little bit more momentum going with 6 minutes, 33 seconds remaining. Anything could happen. Still in the lead, Carlos Muñoz in blue. At second place, Hank Gaskell in yellow. Fierce competitors, those two guys. So it's going to be hard to take anything away from them.
Wow.
So, wow. I guess we spoke too soon. Red, Leigh Sedley with that last wave of 5.83. Told you that was the kind of surfing the judges like to see. Bumps him into first place. Now down to second. Carlos Muñoz needing a 2.87 to regain the lead. And in yellow, surprisingly enough, Hank Gaskell now from Hawaii needing a 4.0, and Taylor Clark in white needing a 5.54. So pressure's on for Hank Gaskell with 5 minutes 43 seconds remaining, and also Leigh Sedley coming through, just putting in some good maneuvers of 3 vertical snaps. Smaller wave, but like I said, judges wanted to see that critical surfing, and they rewarded him.
Exactly. Great surfing, solid, never lost the speed, always using that rail to rail, and the judges really liked it with a 5.83. So now the pressure is on Hank Gaskell with less than 6 minutes remaining on this heat. We have white. Ooh, nice maneuver.
Yeah, that was Taylor Clark in white. He's in 4th place. It's just basically a one maneuver wave. He needs a 5.54, and that's not going to do it for him. But with 4 minutes 54 seconds remain, still time. We're having a view up there of our judges working hard. There's head judge Jeff Klugel going back and making sure the scores are all consistent. Got a close up there. Everly, she's our female judge from the state of Guerrero, making her first appearance. And Jeff Klugel kind of shutting down the camera. I guess he didn't want to see anybody on there, but you know, it's nice to see these guys are hard at work up there.
And we have blue looking to this wave. Carlos Muñoz doesn't quite.
A nice whitewater climb on that, and he made it back down. He doesn't, you know, he's in 2nd place. He needs a 2.87 to regain the lead. At this point, I'm sure he'd be happy with the 2nd place, just being able to get into that next round, the man-on-man. But that wave's not going to improve on his score that much. I don't think it at all. And Taylor Clark had a wave. The score's coming in. He needed a 5.40. He's not going to get that score either. So with 3 minutes 38 seconds remaining, still red. Leigh Sedley in 1st place from Australia. 2nd place, Carlos Muñoz in blue in 2nd. And there we got on the screen right now Joe Estrada, Mr. Mexpipe. He's doing such a fantastic job keeping the competitors informed with the beach announcer. And
yellow
to work with. Here goes Hank Gaskell. Pulls the air. And he's in 3rd place. He needs a 4.0 to move into 2nd place and take Carlos Muñoz out of advancing position. But I don't know. We're going to have to wait. That's a pretty nice wave. That nice air, but didn't get too much height. And just going to have to see. You know, it's so close. Judge is doing such a good job of staying consistent. And I don't think it's going to be quite what he needs. It's real close, a 3.87. He still needs a 4.0. And time running out with 2 minutes 33 seconds remaining. Got time basically for one more wave.
Almost. He almost got it on that last wave. He would have maybe get a little bit more height.
A little bit more height, or maybe if it had been a start of the wave instead of finishing the wave off. Judge like to see him risk right there at the beginning.
Exactly. When we're at the 2-minute countdown, situation in the water, red is in 1st, 2nd is in blue, 3rd is yellow, yellow needing a 4.0, and here we have blue looking, no, white is in 4th, needing a 5.40, so 2 minutes remaining, this is the last heat of the day.
And what a heat we had. We had start off Hank Gaskell in 1st place, and then Carlos Muñoz came up and got 1st place. And in last place, most of the heat was Leigh Sedley from Australia, but he didn't give up, and he got that one score he needed, bumped right from 4th to 1st. So anything is possible, and we still got time. We got 1 minute 25 seconds remaining. This heat could switch around with the next exchange. Hopefully there's going to be somebody in position for this next set. And Leigh Sedley currently from Australia in red in 1st place. Blue, Carlos Muñoz from Costa Rica in 2nd. And real slim margin there, separating 2nd and 3rd place. Hank Gaskell from Hawaii needing only a 4.0 to move into 2nd place and at advancing position. Well, we're down to under a minute remaining now. Eyes are all out on the water right now. Is anything coming through as we watch some of the crowd walking down the beach? Beach starting to fill up. Action out in the water heating up. Also on the sand. Sun pretty intense right now as we approach midday. Wind came up a little earlier today than normal. So it isn't clockwork, but there's a set, and here goes a rider. It's Hank Gaskell in yellow. Closeout re-entry, doesn't hold on. He needed to do something big. It's not going to happen for him. It looks like we're going to start the countdown, and going through is going to be Leigh Sedley from Australia in first place, winning that heat. Second place, Carlos Muñoz from Costa Rica in blue, on to the man-on-man quarterfinals that'll start out 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. Unfortunately, our Hawaiian favorite there, Hank Gaskell, did not make it through that round. But hey, best man wins, and we're pretty stoked. And as we wait for... So Leigh Sedley is going to be coming in and get interviewed by our lovely Arlene. Beautiful girl, resident of Mexico City now, but from Tijuana, one of my favorite towns, close to home, know it well, passed that border a million times.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm one of the guys that makes that the most frequented border in the whole world. Going down every swell there, catch some of the waves at Todos Santos or San Miguel.
What a great day of competition. We've seen a lot of good waves, really good heats, really tight heats.
Yeah, with these conditions, it was open field for anybody, you know. Last heat, Leigh Sedley from Australia, of course, winning that heat. Carlos Muñoz from Costa Rica in second place. And unfortunately, not on the next round, but surfing a great contest, Hank Gaskell from White, and also not advancing, but surfing really well, Taylor Clark from the United States. So I'm here with Christian Corso. We've just been giving you a little bit of the action here as we watch the shot there of the beach. And beach starting to fill up. Coming out of the water there now is yellow. You see that's Hank Gaskell. Unfortunately not advancing. He won the last event in El Salvador.
That's right. Hank was surfing really solid, really well throughout the event. Unfortunately, he didn't make it to the next round, but this guy, you know, he's a really nice guy, super humble, super calm, and he just have a really solid surfing. I love the line when he serves. He's just really good.
Yeah, a class act out there, in the water and out of the water. Very humble, very nice.
And it's crazy
person
to see that he doesn't have a sponsor. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you know, that's, you know, the sponsorship game. I mean, you're a quiet, humble guy and let your surfing do the talking. Sometimes you have to just reach out and, you know, say, hey, I'm a valuable asset to your company, and, you know, do a little bit of marketing on your own. And, you know, everybody to his own. That's a difficult thing for some people and personalities. I know myself, I have a hard time selling myself, but, you know, I think his surfing is going to do the talking for him, and I think it's only a matter of time for somebody sees that he's a great representative of not only the sport, but any company that would link their name to his surfing ability. Hank Gaskell from Hawaii.
Yeah, definitely. As we've seen how the guys from the competitors from the last heat are making their way into the beach marshal. This was the last heat of the day. We would start tomorrow at 8 in the morning, and we're gonna be having the round of man-to-man, 4 heats.
4 heats a quarterfinal, then 2 heats a semifinal, and then a final. And I think we're going to get together, you know, while we're waiting for the award ceremony, get together a little air show. And I think Skull Candy is going to be giving out some nice prizes for that. So there'll be plenty of action. Come on down to the beach. If you're too far away, I mean, it's only a 4-hour drive from Mexico City. But if you can't make it, wherever you are, please tune in. We'll be giving you a live webcast. I'm here at the Quicksilver Surf Open Acapulco. I'm here with my buddy Christian Corso. I'm Gary Linden. Thank you for tuning in and participating there. And right now we've got our winner for the last heat, Leigh Sedley from Australia, with Arlene. Take it away, Arlene.
I'm here with Leigh Sedley. He's the new, the one who passed to the next heat, man to man. Are you excited? Are you happy?
Yeah, of course. You know, like that's all you want to do is win your heat, and I'm just happy that I got a few waves. I actually couldn't hear the scores, and I was
You're in the first place, so that's great. Tomorrow's going to be more exciting. How was the heat? It was difficult?
Yeah, super difficult out there. It's really, really hard to find a good wave out there. So I don't know. I didn't even know that I found good enough waves to make the heat. But you know.
Well, you made it, and you're in first place, so that's very good. Congratulations. Thank you. And we'll be live tomorrow at 8 a.m. The guys are going to be here. I'm saying goodbye right now. Thank you very much, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you, Arlene. Thank you, Leigh Sedley. As you heard him say, it was really difficult to find a wave to advance with, but he really put on, with the waves that he got, he really put on a great display of modern high-performance surfing with those really vertical through the lip, linking the maneuvers together. And I'm here with Christian Corso. I'm Gary Linden. We're at the Quicksilver Surf Open Acapulco. Largest prize purse ever in the history of Mexican surfing, $100,000. Come back tomorrow. We'll see who takes home that first place, $20,000 with the win. And tune in at 8 o'clock. Thanks a lot for tuning in with us today. Hope you enjoyed the action. We're going to sign out right now. We're leaving you with that picture of the beautiful profile of my buddy Christian. All the monster girls are appreciating it as well. So Christian, have fun this afternoon. Get some rest. Be back ready. I'm Gary Linden. We'll see you tomorrow.
Stay tuned.
Ahora sí, ya bien Eric.